मैं डॉक्टर पुष्कराज वर्धक ईएनटी सर्जन हूं। जानते हैं कि स्मोकिंग कॉजेज कैंसर, लेकिन अभी जो कोरोना महामारी से हम गुजर रहे हैं उसमें उस स्टडीज में यह सामने आया है कि स्मोकिंग एंड कोरोना का काफी क्लोज रिलेशन है, काफी गहरा संबंध है और स्मोकिंग कोरोना इन्फेक्शन कैच करने की संभावना को बढ़ा देता है।
It is possible that smoke the individual breathes out carries the virus. If an individual is close to a person smoking who has the virus, he or she could breathe in that same smoke. The same goes for vaping. Smokers are breathing in and exhaling out whatever his or her body is carrying.
तो उनके पीछे जितने भी लोग चलते रहते हैं उन सभी लोगों को उनका धुआं इनहेल करना पड़ता है। इस वजह से जो नॉन स्मोकर हैं उन्हें भी पैसिव स्मोकिंग होता है और पैसिव स्मोकिंग भी कोरोना की रिस्क को बढ़ा देता है, कोरोना इन्फेक्शन कैच करने की रिस्क को भी बढ़ा देता है।
COVID-19 is known to attack a person's lungs, and one of our best defenses against that is to make sure they're strong and healthy in the first place. For many, that starts by stopping smoking.
There's no better time to quit than today for smoking.
While scarring to your lungs can't be reversed,
And we know from the previous coronavirus outbreaks, especially the MERS outbreak, that smokers were more susceptible to infection and more likely to get more serious infection.
I think they can quickly develop into acute respiratory distress. Smoking can increase the likelihood of this complication and can sometimes even be the cause of exposure. When virus, the real issue is the cigarette itself. When lit, the hundreds of chemicals and toxins inside release into your lung tissues, inhibiting lung function.
There are cilia that line the internal linings of the lung tissue.
When you quit smoking, one of the first things to heal, the cilia in your lungs.
So the cilia are tiny hair-like follicles that help to trap damaged viruses, debris, and move that debris upwards out of your lungs so it doesn't stay there and cause issues. And so it acts as one of the main defense systems against infection.
Also, smokers are more likely to get respiratory viruses like the cold, flu, and of course, now COVID-19. Smoking also dramatically raises the risk of having coronary artery disease.
New links between smoking and vaping and COVID-19. Researchers looking at proteins called ACE2 receptors that serve as entry points for coronavirus. Smokers often have more than non-smokers.
Clearly, patients with lung disease, smokers, do worse. And the connection is that ACE2 receptor.
It acts as one of the main defense systems against infection. And so without that, I think smokers, unfortunately, are a little bit defenseless.
When you quit smoking, you're also helping to reduce the inflammation in your lungs, allowing you to take deeper breaths and
That people who are engaging in those behaviors are kind of more likely to get the infection and spread it to others.
Doctors are also warning that if a neighbor smokes, make sure to close windows to block the smoke from coming into your home. Joe Chiodo, KCTV5 News.
If you smoke, you're at higher risk of getting lung and chest infections, including the flu, colds and viruses. Evidence suggests that people who smoke are likely to be worse affected by COVID-19 because smoking damages the lungs so they don't work as well.
If you're a young person, say you're 40 years old or younger, do you want to add 10 years to your life? Quit smoking. Do you want to avoid all of the ill health effects, chronic lung disease, heart disease, lung cancer? Stop smoking. We know that all of those diseases are intimately associated with smoking, and that if people stop at a young age, they'll avoid virtually all of them, and they'll add years, not just length of life, but quality of life.
Smokers and vapors are among the groups at highest risk for severe illness and complications related to COVID-19. A study from the University of California, San Francisco found that smoking nearly doubles the rate of COVID-19 progression. Smoking damages the lungs where COVID-19 attacks and settles. It also weakens the immune system and causes inflammation, diminishing the ability for lungs to clear away infection and mucus. The good news is that this pandemic may be the perfect time to finally quit smoking and vaping.